Chris McEwen. It's good to be back with you, ladies and gentlemen. Another wonderful episode of That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf. At Chris McEwen over there on all your social media platforms of choice. I'm Bill Bush, DriveRangeHeroes.com, at Range Heroes on the same platforms. Wonderful to see you this evening as we record. It's practically summer.
Right.
How you doing? Right. How you doing, man? You doing good?
I mean, it wasn't a great day today, but yeah, doing all right.
Oh man, no, I don't like to hear that. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not,
but
it's not
you know, it's
we
just
go for.
You know, children being shot and killed in schools is just not.
Oh yeah,
this is America, I guess.
Yeah, like at the point, yeah, I totally forgot about that, and then obviously not really, but like,
right.
Yeah, no, it's
It's another day in this country. But anyways, otherwise, yeah, you know, things are good.
Like, oh, there's so many rabbit holes not doing the show that I go down with that time.
right. That's not why people are here.
I have to consciously stop myself. Yeah.
Anyway, as discussed before the show, new washer dryer arriving tomorrow. I got to tell you, I'm not usually one of those. They don't make them like they used to, guys. But my washer dying after like 7 years is unacceptable.
It's pretty bad,
is brutal. And there's two of us. It's not even like we're washing massive loads of laundry every day. It's just two of us. It's just the other thing too. Is that what?
Is that standard fare nowadays for these utilities?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. This is the only washer dryer I've bought. The one before it came with the apartment. But the other issue too, when you live in a condo, for those that don't, for those that do live in an apartment / condo, especially in the city, your options are incredibly limited. We had probably two options just from a size perspective. They had to be stacked. They can't be side by side. And they can only be, 24-inch units. So you get that to that point, and it's got to be electric. We don't have a gas feed into the dryer. So at that point, it's like, well, I guess the cost is the cost. The price is the price. This is what we have to buy, which isn't fun for me. I don't like to shop that way, Bill.
No, you don't. On top of that, just to make matters worse, I see over here in my top right-hand corner of the screen, I'm getting the Matrix vibe going. So apologies now for our editor in post.
It looks okay, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. We dared, look at the computer screens and it just sets it off.
Right.
That sucks, man. I feel for you.
But hopefully, you joked. It is starting to get a little warmer. I did play a round of golf with Adam Unfiltered and Intern Grant this past weekend. So that was great. My game is in shambles at the moment. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I think I shot a 43 on the front. Started off the year, Bill, even through 2 holes. So, I mean, I'm basically like single digit at this point.
Listen, watch out, folks. Watch out.
I don't know what I did in the back, but I was there's some things that you and I need to address with the new ZX5 Mark II driver that I used that day. The shaft is just not the right shaft. I'm hitting balloons off the tee. It still goes forever, which I appreciate, but it just lands and then stops moving.
Yeah.
So I have to go into the Bill Bush shaft collection, so to speak.
I don't
pick me out a winner.
Don't know if I have anything for you. So I'm not sure.
Well, I was wondering, can I don't know what the answer to this. Can I just take the shaft out of my Tourage and put it straight into the ZX5, or do I have to change the tip?
You do have to change the tip.
Do I? Damn it.
Yeah, and
so I just unplug and plug in.
For a million different reasons, I won't let you take the Tour Edge apart. But
I'm looking. I was just thinking of a temporary solution until something more permanent comes along, because I do want to keep that Tour Edge intact as it is. I would not leave that.
The good news is the archives are deep, and we did go about trying to find you a new golf shaft when we were at X Golf one day. And
it's true. It's we did. I recalled begging our friends over at.
I suppose I could actually sound like a real thing, going like, "No, hey, really, can you help us out?" Because that's what we do. We're big time golf guys, and like, before we get into a couple, hey, quick call to action stuff: YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. You know it.
Podcasters,
review, whatever. I don't even know how any of it works anymore. I went to try to like support another show, not golf show, of course, not a golf show, and I'm like, this is even how you like do podcasts anymore, apparently. And I'm like, I must just be an old. That's fine. I accept it.
Hey, by the way, if you listen, podcasters, real quick, if you listen on Spotify, there's this thing where we can like ask questions. We can like poll the audience. So keep an eye out for that. Every once in a while, I'll drop a question or a poll. Has a little more interaction on the Spotify.
We apologize in advance. That's all I can say, because you know how we get with things like this. We'll get out of hand.
I did it last week, but nobody answered the question,
and I didn't see it because I don't listen on Spotify. And I don't really listen anymore along the lines of listening to yourself sing or something like
every once in a while I'll do some self scouting. I'll do some self scouting on us.
Same.
See how it's going. See how it sounds, feels.
I do a lot of that in the for the intros, especially to keep me honest with what music you're playing, though I haven't done it in a bit. And a lot in the what's in the boxes, because we've often talked about how a little behind the scenes, we make these things and edit them. We control to a degree what we are producing, but you only get to cut the box open one time.
Right.
Okay. And I would say
can't be recreated or edited around. Yes.
Or not well, at least. And I would say we've hit a pretty good speed in terms of if we choke on the rest of the unboxing, we can at least get to the cutting open portion and tack something else. But yet we still feel like you can't take a breath. You have to spit all this stuff out. Like we both talked about this at length. Like we get super anxious doing it.
It's so weird. It is so weird. This is real behind the scenes stuff. I don't know what the mental, like there's an anxiety involved with it. I don't I'm on the clock, but like, yeah, I can cut it down. I can do whatever I want with it. But
you redo it, whatever. Speaking of redoing it, I have one of the new Tour Edge reviews up, as you know, and I probably took 8 stabs at that unboxing because they sent me all the woods at once.
Oh, that's right.
And
right.
It's not often where theoretically it could have been a pretty good one too, because of all of them. And there's a lot to talk about. And I was like, I think in one of the efforts, just screwing up over and over and over again. And I feel like there's a lot to say and you get that anxious, like, no breath. I got to spit it out. I think I finally just said, and this is when I realized, just stop, pull the plug on it. We're just not going to have an unboxing of this gear. Because we recorded a podcast about this new stuff where you can hear everything I'm telling you. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
So apologies to Tour Edge.
I'm sure we'll do other stuff on it too.
Oh yeah. And
I was reminded today about our idea around a comment show. We still need to do our comment show because there was another doozy today that showed up on one of your unboxings. But I won't divulge because it's I'm going to save it for the comment show.
And I won't go look. I'm just not in the headspace for that, so we won't do it. God,
it's just awesome. I love people. I love people so much.
I will say, not just because we won't go back into it. I had one on the website recently. Good follower, loyal fan. Thank you for the support, kind of a deal. One of these long comments, telling me all about stuff, how he hit this, hit that, likes this, likes that, blah, blah, blah. And he says, I've been reading reviews for a long time. And to me, it's always when they use your name. I've been reading reviews and I really enjoy them, Bill. I'm like, oh.
Right.
Sure enough. So I know better than to ask for a recommendation. I'm like, it's like weird because I sort of appreciated it. Like I appreciate, like good. You learn and understand, and that's right. I feel like that's partially what we are here to do, to educate. Be like, it's not as simple as, hey, I'm 6 foot tall, 185 pounds, and I swing the club
right.
sort of fast. What shaft and head should I get? I don't know, dude. It's a million factors.
And if I did tell you, like, well, get this one, and then it doesn't work that well for you based on those specs, like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to spend $500 on my recommendation you'd like, go get numbers, man. I can tell you, like we talk about what it does, what it's supposed to do, what it did for us.
Right.
And who I would say could be for, maybe.
Here's my response to the people who are like, oh, I can't, there's no fitter near me, nowhere to test it, so I have to order it online. Fine. Here's what I would say to you then. Know your golf swing well enough, up and down, left and right, speed, to go look and go, well, based on that, on paper, does this profile match what I'm trying to do? Right.
Is what Bill is describing match to the best of my ability, right?
I would say not even. Does Fujikura say this is a low launch, low spin shaft, and that's what you need? Great. Does VA shaft say this is mid launch, mid spin, and that's what you need? Great. Oh, you need low, but this they say this one's high. Don't get it. If you're gonna blind, like now, same thing. I could go hit that low one, high, and it's a disaster. But I don't know until I test it. But if you're blind buying, like, just go off that. Just go off. No, but you have to know your swing. We still have to do we put the outline together, the comprehensive fitting show with one of our guests. We had to do that.
I don't know, but it has to be we have to workshop that a little bit because I don't know what that means. There's a lot of I would like to discuss.
For the record, we've discussed it and you were part of it, and you're like, yeah. So I think you'll be okay with it when we revisit it. It's not urgent.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember it anyways, but I would just like to do a deep dive into like how to sort of translate what your numbers are telling you into what you should be using and hitting and things like that. I think that's at the end of the day, that's the education that I think is valuable. Because
it's a piece of the puzzle for sure.
I mean, a lot of people will go into a fitter and get upsold on some stuff that they don't really need, right? And that's because they're putting their trust into someone that, yes, they want to help, but also they want to get that, sales kickback or whatever. And so if you know your numbers and you can read the numbers and translate them and that sort of thing, then it kind of puts the power back into the consumer. Right.
That's a good point. Anyway, this was all a roundabout way going 700 different directions. It's getting warmer, we got to talk about all these different things. And I just want to talking about the what's in the box videos with different takes. This is the type of lunatic, I think I am, and how I think I've lost it. I was supposed to play golf at 7 a.m. this morning, and as everybody knows, in the Chicagoland region, it is a very volatile season of weather. You have the big temperature swings throughout the day. So I knew 7 a.m. was going to be tough, and it was likely going to be frost delayed, but the frost delay ended up being estimated over 2 hours, and we can't do it. One of my plans, though, today, while I was at the golf course, I have 3 golf bags I need to get pictures of for reviews. So I was going to do that maybe after the round, whatever. I was going to get that done while I was there, but at that point, I turned around and went home. I went back to the golf course around 2:30, 3 in the afternoon. Lovely out, no one there. It's very disappointing. I didn't swing a club. I didn't hit a golf ball. I didn't roll a putt. I went to close to our little side spot where we think we lost lab mics, close to there, for like half an hour, and just took pictures of my golf bags, and I went home. Jeez. So I'm going to the golf course and doing no golfing. That is how dedicated I am to the cause. That is
some dedication right there.
Of bringing the content to our audience.
Great.
Didn't even swing a golf club. But speaking of our audience, you know what else we do for our audience? We keep them warm, we keep them comfortable, and we look for ways to help them do that. And I would like to show one to you.
Okay.
I'm a little chilly in here.
You don't know what this is, podcast listeners. He's got a bag. He's opening it up, as you can hear. He's pulling out some sort of garment. Oh, I know it. I know what it is. Tell the folks what it is.
Why, look at this brand new Rhoback hoodie. Just came in today.
What is that one called? We talked about this one.
This one, the Top Shelf.
That's right.
As you know,
Top Shelf.
Top shelf tastes. When I play at hockey, I'd like to go top shelf as much as possible. Put one on the back of the cage.
What's the behind that name? Why it looks just like a tie dye. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a splatter black tie dye on a white base. But I saw this one and I was like, you know what, Chris, I crave activity, and this thing looks like an all-purpose activity hoodie. So if you'll excuse me, I'll take my earbuds out so I can put this on for the rest of the show.
All right.
I won't be able to hear you. So keep the audience company.
Right. I mean, what should we talk about Bill while he can't hear us? He'll never hear this either because he just said he doesn't listen to the show. So we can talk like all kinds of shit about him and you won't even know. Whoop. He's got his hood on. I think he's just put the shirt on backwards. He's got the hood covering his face. Oh, okay, everybody. We're back. Bill's back.
It
looks good.
It was very uncomfortable. Thank you. Very uncomfortable as I was doing it, seeing you talking. Like, what's he saying? I guess only one way to find out. Go back and listen to this show.
Right. So it's a good looking hoodie. I have one coming myself. It's a difference, like the cloud one or whatever. I'm very excited. I've had polos, but I have not delved into the hoodie. But it looks good, man.
I'm going to also say in this, my dad got one of the quarter zips, and I don't have any quarter zips yet in my possession. He got one of the heathered ones, I think they say.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Very sharp. So here's the thing. I don't know if you said it while I was putting this on, but
I didn't. I was waiting for you to come back because I was going to let you do the spiel. Tell the people what they need to know to get themselves one of these top shelf hoodies.
You too want a top shelf hoodie, or maybe you want the. I don't know. I don't know if the Flying V is still up there, but the Flying V polo.
Flying V was still up there. Yeah. The Flying V is sick.
Go to Rhoback.com. Anything you put in your order, if you're a first-time buyer with Rhoback, first time placing an order with them, you can get 15% off your entire order if you put in that Range Life 15 in the discount promo code section at checkout. So you put your order in, you put all your information, and then on the right-hand side, I'm doing this on a computer. I can't remember on the phone how it goes. There's going to be an option. Do you have a discount code? You say, I do. And you put in that Range Life 15. All right.
Number
50%
one,
off
number
the
five.
entire order. Number one, right. Number 5.
That's right.
That Range Life. All right. Rhoback. Shout out to
Rhoback. Shout out to Rhoback. Shout out to the people that have taken advantage of our code. It's been pretty fun to get the numbers back. It's awesome.
I'm still saying, I know there's more of you out there. Let's go.
There's some people that definitely owe us 100%, and we will hold them to account. Definitely.
Right. I even had a guy in England. He was like, yeah, man, talk to me about this. I want to support you guys. I want to get one of these or a few of these, whatever. He's like, no one carries it over here. I'm like, well, I don't think even if they did, I think you need to get it from .com for it to help me, but blah, 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 blah.
I don't think right.
Looks into it and he goes, all right, so that's a $90 polo. It's like, it's going to cost me more in shipping and
to get it over
duties
there.
And stuff. He's like, I just can't, man. I'm like, okay, I understand. But if you don't care, money's no object. They do ship overseas.
They do. And at a certain threshold, I don't know about overseas, but I know like the last order I just put in, I had free shipping. Like there's a threshold you meet and then you get free shipping. So that's kind of cool.
I want to say $150 sounds right to me.
I think it's 2 items. Yeah. If you go 2 items, that'll put you at about $150. Well, I mean, give or take, because like the polos are $90, whatever, 75 to $90. The hoodies are 75 to $90. Like you buy a polo, buy a hoodie, free shipping.
It's great stuff. It's really good stuff. So go do it. All right.
It's an investment in your look and feel, and stop wearing crappy clothes. All right. You deserve it.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Nice.
I fought this really hard in the set, adding this to the set list, but I'm on spring break. A lot of work at the house getting done, and one of it was a go through the clothes activity, and a lot of really good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I had just I wore this polo once, twice, trash. This quarter zip, and it's like like just has some like big snag running up it. It's like so much junk. And I thought to myself, and I keep saying this, even if you get it for like $20-$30 at Nike Outlet or whatever, and that's not against Nike. I just arbitrarily picked one there. Nike makes good stuff, bad stuff too, and whatever. You keep buying $30 polos, cheap, whatever, and they just trash real fast. It adds up anyway. Get yourself a shirt that's going to last. Polo, quarter zip, lightweight hoodie. I mean, I like the hoods on these things too, by the way. Like they're just good hood. The drawstrings are like heavy duty, different like patterns on them. I mean, they're doing it right. Doing it right over Roback. All right. Let's move on to another quick topic here. I don't have much to throw at you. I do want to throw this one at you. So my daughter is a left-handed golfer. A lot of this era of children left-handed and golfing left-handed. It's interesting. So I went to the Dome with young Madeline and young Liam the other day.
Yeah.
I'll just say, generally speaking, golf there are a lot of ups and downs with the two of them and how well they are able to execute the game.
I mean, join the club, Maddie and Liam.
Fair. But it's like, I mean, there's times where like they've never held a golf club before, where they definitely have. So Madeline was a hot mess with a driver. The place is packed. I'm talking like, and she's lefty, so she's face to face with the guy, the hot shot golf guy next to her, and you know, she's like coming inside and sweeping the ball like with the toe of the club, and it's just 90-degree angling at the divider. And she gets under one of these, it's gonna go over and hit the guy. So then I go, you know. If you're gonna like go up and kind of show someone and steer them with their swing, she's left-handed, and I know it's like it's the same. It's just the other way. But it's sort of like if you're a right-handed player and you take a left-handed club, and no matter how you hold it, it just looks wrong. Like it's closed. You know, it's offset. It's all screwed up. Same thing. So it's like if I try to be like, well, okay, put your right foot here, your left foot this way. I'm trying to like help her. I can't even remotely show her the right way to do it. I can't.
It's tough in that. Yeah, in that space too, because if you were outdoors, you could just stand across from her, and it'd be easier because you'd be a mirror,
right?
You know what I mean? You could show her the movement, and she could do the same movement, you know, along with you. It'd just be a mirror. It'd be much easier. But in like an indoor setting like that, you don't have the space.
Yeah, it was awful. Not that I didn't enjoy the time with her, whatever, but I'm like,
of course.
Like feeling just so helpless.
It's
brutal.
Tough.
So I don't know if that's it. If anyone has any tricks on how to overcome that, same thing like with a left-handed guitar player. Like, wait, that's
really weird. Yeah, that's bizarre to me.
It's the same thing. Like,
of course,
the string highest up on the neck, still your low E, lowest down on the neck, still your high E, and it's still the same number of finger. It's just they're backwards.
Right. That's just talking about like holding a left-handed club is weird. Like holding a left-handed guitar is my handles. They don't even work. I don't even know what to do with. I couldn't even pretend. I couldn't make one chord shape.
I'll give Jimi Hendrix a pass. Obviously, it should be considered a felony to play guitar left-handed, and you should go to jail maybe for life.
Who are the best? Who are the left-handed guitarists? We've got Cobain. I know Cobain and Hendrix.
I was going to say leave a comment below on who your favorite left-handed guitarists are. And I go back and forth.
I don't know. That's my list. That's all I got.
I go back and forth on Cobain too. I'm like, is he really that good of a player? But then I'm like, kind of sneaky was. And
he was, well, no.
I mean, he's not Hendrix. We know that, but.
I mean, he wasn't even Cobain was this show was so weird. Cobain was, at the end of the day, a songwriter, like a melody writer. He was really good writing melodies. Right. And he'll tell you that. Well, he would have told you that. Yeah, but he would, and the way he wrote songs is he would start with a melody and then he would just put words to it. But I remember one interview, they were like, what is this? They were talking about the new record or something. He's like, well, the first album or second album, whatever it was, I just put words to it so it would harmonize with the melody and they didn't mean anything. And then people started asking me like, what does this song mean? He's like, so on this album, I tried to write things that actually had meaning. Like, right.
That's how we all do it. But along those lines, like, yeah, that's how I think of Cobain. But then you like hear stuff like, sneaky, like that's pretty good. All right, okay. So that's why I get thrown off into the.
He also had the benefit. He had the huge benefit of having one of the great all-time producers make his records. As it turns out.
Yeah. Wait,
Butch Vig did that guy a lot of favors producing those records. But I'm going to see Butch Vig in a couple months. I'm pretty excited about that. Do you remember, how old were you when that band when Garbage came out? How old were you?
When they come out, 95?
Something like that. They were late. They were late in the game in like the grunge scene. They were on the back end of it. It had to be like 95, 96 because they were big when Oasis was in their thing. Because, hey, Shirley Manson, you're Scottish and that's by England. So are you friends with the Gallaghers? It's a lot of that. I just remember like it was a huge deal that Butch Vig was going to have a band. Remember like being like, what? That's incredible. I can't wait to hear it. Like it was there. The excitement.
See, Butch Vig wasn't enough of a thing for me yet. And that was after the fact where I was like connecting all the dots. I was like, oh, that band Garbage. I like that guy's a guy, Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Garbage.
Where?
We forget at Northerly Island.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that
great venue. Love that place. The old airport, the old runway.
I was just gonna fly in a Cessna and just hop over to the show. We forgot it. Hang on. There's a third lefty who's probably a better player than Cobain, but it's not like he's Hendrix by any means. But significant left-handed bassist and guitarist Paul McCartney. That's true.
Also, a better songwriter than guitarist per se. I mean, they had George Harrison. I mean,
to say the least.
Yeah, but was Stevie Ray Vaughan left-handed?
No.
Okay. God, my stepfather would murder me through the phone if I left that guy's. What about? I'm trying to think of like the blues guys. No, they were all right-handed. Yeah,
it's gonna kill. You know what's gonna happen for both of us? We're gonna be like laying in our beds at midnight, be like, "Oh, thought of one."
Yeah, I want to say there is a blues player that my stepdad listened to a ton when we were kids. I think he might have been left-handed, but for the life of me, I can't remember his name.
I just can't. I can't look at him. It's criminal. It's so uncomfortable. Like it hurts. Just learn the right way. I just can't. Yeah, let us know. Let us know who some of your favorite lefty players are. I put this on here while we don't have to talk about it. So I really want to know about your course ranking priorities here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. Cool. I'll pull up the. I thought about you when I saw this. It was on Twitter, and I want to give some props. It was at Fairways Fun Days was the handle. Fairways and Fun Days is the name of the account. They asked a question. And they said, rank these in order of priority when rating a golf course. Now, you don't rate golf courses per se, but I think we can still apply this to experience.
Like my top 10 or my...
I mean, whatever. Just like any golf course we go to, we have an opinion on, I think, the majority of these things per se.
We don't mean we don't mean like slope and rating. Not like that.
No,
you mean
right.
Okay.
No. This is experience based, right? This is experience based.
Okay,
so there are seven categories. And you may want to write these down. I don't know. We'll have to course design.
You know what? I will. Okay. I'm gonna take this serious for this show.
And for those out there, this will be the question. I want to put this question in Spotify, and I would love comments in YouTube on how everyone ranks these. This
is like
priorities.
5 major questions where there's no nothing's going to happen. I'm starting to get anxious for this. Okay, go ahead.
Right. All right. Course design, course conditioning, value for the money,
dude.
Friendliness.
How fast do you think I write?
I just thought you were making notes. Value for money.
Value.
Okay.
These are good though.
Yeah. Friendliness of staff and members, if it's a private course. Views / scenery.
Okay.
History of clubhouse experience.
Okay.
So think about that. Now I can tell you that number 7, the last one I said, clubhouse experience, rarely plays a role in my enjoyment. You and I don't spend a lot of time in clubhouses. There are a few that I really love. Don't get me wrong. But if there's a bunk clubhouse, it doesn't matter to me.
Part of me feels like we've planted the seed. Should people go away and give it its own show now that we've dropped it here?
All right, we can bring it back. So
because
I feel that's homework for the class. Homework for the class, and we'll come back next week and deep dive into it.
Or because we're already at a half hour. You and I could do a half. This is the show.
right.
All right. Next week.
I like
this
it.
Is the
I like
show.
it.
Okay. So everybody do the same.
We expect everyone full participation. People send emails, comment, throw us DMs wherever you need to get us, and we will shout you out, and we will give your list.
Yeah, leave the comments on this one. I think if if you're here and interested, leave them down below, and we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk about them next show.
Right. For sure.
Look at us like a real show. How about this? All right, I'm excited about this, and these are. It's funny because from experience, you try to capture. These are like everything you try to capture when you do course reviews and writing, and then it's every single time knowing my voice. I'm like,
yeah, right.
What am I doing? This is too much. So how do you
It's a good little breakdown, though. It is.
I have so many thoughts. I almost we might just have to go straight into it after we're done
straight into the show. Release
it next week. Good one, Kris. All right. So the pro check-ins, Akshay got T24 at Punta Cana.
In Punta Cana, yeah.
That was nice.
He was tied 2. He was T2 after the first round, I think. Second round, maybe.
He was up there. And good. He's just going to keep going and making the most of it. Meanwhile, Rick did all right in match play. I think turned a few heads, but otherwise, he
had the match of the day on Thursday or Wednesday, I should say.
To say the least. He beat this guy.
Yeah, he took down the big number 1.
Jonathan Ram, I think you said.
Yeah, something like that. Some guy like that. I'm really enjoying it real quick. I'm enjoying the Rick resurgence, and I don't know why. I think, and we've talked about him before, but I really like to watch Jason Day play good golf. I don't know why. I just feel myself really enjoying his success, which I have no explanation for. It's not like, he's been through some hardship or anything. He had some injuries and stuff, but I don't know. It makes me happy to see him play well.
Yeah, there's just something about him.
I don't know. Maybe he just seems like he's a good dude. I hope he's a good dude.
I really need you to be a good dude, Jason Day. Authentic, all the works. You need you to be that. But so I do want to say we apologize to all the people we've adopted in our pro tour choices because it's been a rough run for all of them.
It's not been good. It'll turn around. There's a lot of golf yet to be played.
I saw the notification. I had something on the Range Heroes Twitter, so I flipped over to it, and your tweet was what loaded in the timeline right away, and it said something along the lines of, you said something like everybody wanting the Scheffler, McIlroy, whatever.
Right.
And so sure enough, Sunday in the morning, I fire up Golf Channel and start watching. Maybe halfway through, because I checked my phone at one point. Both of them were in control of their matches. We were all going to get everything we wanted for the final match, and
right.
Sure enough, I start watching, and both of them, boom. And don't get me wrong, you had Burns hitting that shot on 17 to half an inch, like
incredible.
Yeah, so it's like,
and then he went on and just smoked Cam Young, just destroyed the poor guy, murdered him. Yeah. Top 10 in the world, Sam Burns. How about that? Top 10 player in the world, Sam Burns.
Well, if you tend to take the live guys out of the equation, and then what?
I do, because they're not they're not getting points.
Yeah, Ian Poulter and Westwood would probably keep them out of there.
Right. Yeah.
Austin Country Club. I would love to play that golf course, but everyone's like, oh, so sad it's leaving here. My dad said to me today, he's like, I turned on the golf, and I'm wondering, post live, because I don't really know, but is PGA Tour, like, are they hurting or people? And I go, what do you mean? He's like, I watched the golf on Sunday. There was like nobody there. And I said,
it's a weird setup. Plus, it's a long day.
I think it's a long day. Yeah, and people are like, well, Scheffler and McIlroy aren't in contention. Do I want to watch them for the consolation? Right. And then let's be honest, we like it, but Sam Burns and Cam Young aren't the big needle movers getting people to spend $100 on tickets on Sunday.
Correct.
In mass, so.
Right. Yeah. And it is the Pete Dye, that course. I mean, if you look at it, they had grandstands here and there and stuff like that, but there isn't a lot of places for people to just kind of be close. I feel like they were really kind of spread out. Like you have all that water and stuff that separates people. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah,
of course. Maybe, I don't know. Super cool though. Like, man, it'd be so fun to play that place.
Yeah.
If you played it, leave a comment below. Yeah, I'd love to know.
It looks like it's a blast. We still need to get, at one point, we got to get to the Pete Dye in Indiana. Play that friggin' carnival. That thing. Good God. What a place.
Get a good night's sleep too, so I won't be so crabby about it. Be like, what are you supposed to even do here? God, it's just like with the experience and how many bunkers. Yeah.
It's yeah. But I don't know. I did not play well that day, and I still had an absolute blast on that golf course.
The French Lick
super fun.
Looks amazing. Like, looks fantastic. Everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
And then you get a Ross on the side. You get a little Donnie Ross on the side. How about that? And a Bendelo, a niner Bendelo, just a secret little spot there.
Tommy, I forgot about that. Yeah, the little Tommy B down the road. Yeah,
that's right.
God. All right. Anything else? Anything else you want to cover? Anything you want to plug?
You had an unboxing that just came out today, as we're recording on Monday. So that's out there. The ZX5 Iron review that I did is gangbusters. Lots of people are watching that and talking about it, which is fun. So go check that out.
Yeah, do it, folks. And then if you're, feeling nuts and want to read something on the train and your commute to work or whatever, go to drivingcheers.com. You can read the Cobra Aerojet LS driver review.
I read that one today. Just, it's kind of fun to be like, I've seen you hit it. We've had discussions about it, and it's like, okay, what is he going to write? Or how is he going to translate that into a blog? It's kind of fun. Be like, oh yeah, I remember you said that when you hit it.
Interesting. Why I wouldn't have it, don't know, but I never would have thought of that perspective for you, which makes perfect sense. But
it's really fun. Yeah. That's literally, I already knew that you loved it, and that it was a rocket launcher, from watching you hit it. But yeah, I read it because I wanted to see how you put that into words. You little wordsmith.
I'll be interested. I'll be interested to see how self-conscious I get about like my commentary about anything that I'm like, well, just wait. Okay. And then another interesting one, the sub 70 TA3 wedge review is up. So check that out.
All right.
Okay. All right. Don't forget, subscribe, do the bell, do all the YouTube things, tell your friends about all of this. But most importantly, right now at least, go to rowback.com, buy yourself a hat, some joggers, a quarter zip, whatever, all of it.
Right.
And put in that Range Life 1.5 for your 15% off discount. Okay.
And don't forget about your homework, listeners / viewers. Go back, listen to the 7 categories, and I want them ranked in the comments by you. We'll talk about it next week.
Or maybe if it's not, look, they're not important to you. I want to know why. I want to know why that one's not important to you.
What are the 7 or what are the 5 categories that you or priorities that you would put down?
I have so much. I'm fighting so hard not to say more about this and save it. Because this is exactly so in the spirit of DriveRangeHeroes.com, like the barroom conversation about your golf stuff, without being like too barroom golf guy, annoying barroom golf guy. This is exactly it. You've had maybe one too many old fashions, or
get a couple transfusions on the course,
right? And all of a sudden you're like, well, no, listen, the balance of conditioning and the clubhouse experience, and like those are like, man. Get the right blend of nerds in there. That's a fun one. Can't wait.
Yeah. All right.
If you're not into it, that's fine. Chris McEwen at Chris McEwen. I'm Bill Bush at DriveRangeHeroes.com at Range Heroes. Go hit up all those things for us. This has been episode 160 of That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf. We'll see you next time.